Welcome to On-Court AI, the UK's leading AI tennis coach. I'm Coach Chris, joined as always by former touring professional Alex and sports psychologist Dr. Sam. This week, we have been busy adding loads of new features into the site. You can now see shot-by-shot breakdowns, view shots frame by frame, and compare to a previous video. We have also made changes to the shot detection, so you should see more analysis from me as you upload your strokes. Don't forget, we rely on our community to improve, and the more you upload, the better I become as a coach. Today, we're diving into match preparation and focusing on how to set yourself up for success on the court. We've seen 32 videos uploaded this week from 23 players, and the insights we're pulling from the community are really exciting. With 45 new members joining, it's clear that everyone is eager to improve their game. This week, we'll explore some of the common challenges players face in their videos and how a little preparation can go a long way. Let's get into the stroke breakdown.
Absolutely, Coach. The breakdown reveals some valuable trends. The average score for serves across the 15 videos was just over 58, which is a bit on the lower side for club players. The forehand scores were even lower, averaging only 49. It tells us that many players might be struggling with their fundamental strokes, particularly those that are pivotal in setting the tone for a match. This is crucial because, as we know from tour experience, establishing control with your serve and first strike can dictate the entire rally.
That's a great point, Alex. Mental preparation plays a huge role in how players approach their shots. When the scores are lower, it often reflects not just technique, but also confidence in executing those shots under pressure. If players can prepare mentally and develop routines that foster confidence, they can improve their execution. This week's data also suggests that some players might need to focus on simplifying their approach and honing their fundamental skills to build that confidence.
Right, Dr. Sam. The individual highlights show us where players are excelling and where there's room for improvement. For example, Nan scored an impressive 72 on their serve, with a toss height of 51 centimeters. That's excellent. They are really nailing the key elements of serve execution. When players can achieve that toss height, it allows them to generate more power and control. It's fascinating to see how one aspect, like toss height, can contribute significantly to overall performance.
Absolutely. And then we have players like Louis scoring 71 on their serve, but struggling with the knee bend at just 161 degrees and a trophy elbow at 150 degrees. Those knee and elbow positions are critical for generating power and maintaining control. I remember during my time on tour, working on those specific mechanics made a huge difference in my serve's effectiveness. It's about finding the right angle and leverage. That extra knee bend can really help launch the serve.
It's interesting how much technique is tied to mindset as well. When players know they have a reliable serve, it boosts their confidence going into matches. If they struggle with those mechanics, it can lead to anxiety or hesitation. It's essential for players to build a consistent practice routine around their serves and other strokes, which can help embed the correct movements into their muscle memory. This not only enhances their performance, but also helps to alleviate match-day nerves.
Let's not forget Farnish, who had an outstanding X-factor separation of 43 centimeters on their forehand. That's a fantastic unit turn. A larger X-factor creates more trunk coil, which generates incredible power. For recreational players, focusing on improving that X-factor can be a game changer. It helps them wind up their shots effectively, much like a spring being coiled tight before release. This week's data really emphasizes the importance of understanding these biomechanical aspects.
Definitely. That's something I always focused on during my competitive days. The X factor is crucial in generating power without having to swing harder. When you watch the top players, they create that separation naturally, allowing them to unleash powerful shots without extra effort. Farnoosh's achievement highlights that it's possible to reach higher levels of performance with the right mechanics and understanding of body movement.
It's all about integrating those critical techniques with mental clarity. For players like Farnush, understanding their X factor and how it relates to their power can help them stay focused on that aspect during matches. This not only boosts performance, but also reduces the mental load of trying to remember every detail of their technique. Finding that balance between physical execution and mental focus will help them perform better under pressure.
Now, let's talk about our drill of the day, the serve plus one pattern. This is a strategy drill designed to help players control the first two shots of the point, which is a crucial skill in match preparation. The reason this pattern keeps appearing in the data is that many players struggle with executing their first strike effectively after the serve. By working on this drill, players can preset their targets and develop confidence in their follow-up shot.
The beauty of the serve plus one pattern is that it simulates match conditions. You're not just practicing serves in isolation, you're immediately following up with that crucial first strike. This is how professionals operate on tour. They rarely leave their first shot to chance. Instead, they visualize where they want to place their next shot, allowing them to dictate the pace of the rally. This drill empowers players to take control right from the start.
That's an excellent point, Alex. Mentally, players should approach this drill with a clear intention. It's not just about hitting the ball. It's about executing a plan. Building that mental habit of having a predetermined target for the first strike can reduce decision fatigue in matches. Players should focus on committing to their targets and trusting their training. Consistency in practice will translate to confidence in matches.
All right, let's break down the serve plus one pattern in detail. First, players need to serve wide to the deuce court. This helps to stretch out an opponent and create space for their next shot. Next, you'll position yourself to intercept the return with a forehand cross-court first strike. This is where you set your predetermined target. Ideally, you want to hit that shot accurately and with conviction. Aim for areas that will put pressure on your opponent.
And don't forget, coach, that players should play multiple series of this drill. A good recommendation is to do 5 series of 6 serves per target. This repetition will help solidify the movement patterns and allow players to practice transitioning from serve to first strike. It's about building those neural pathways that will help in real match scenarios. When you get to a tournament, those moments will feel much more familiar.
Absolutely. Consistency in executing this drill will help players form positive habits. They should aim to practice this drill several times a week, focusing on their mental approach as well. Each time they engage with this pattern, they reinforce their confidence in hitting that first strike after serving. Over time, it will become automatic, allowing them to focus on other aspects of their game during matches.
To sum up the serve plus one pattern, it's not just about the mechanics of serving and hitting the first shot, but about creating a systematic approach to starting each point with confidence. By controlling the first 2 shots, players can dictate the pace and direction of the match. So remember, every time you step on the court, have a plan and execute it with purpose.
And that's the key takeaway. Control the point right from the start. This will not only help in winning more matches, but also bolster your overall game strategy. Just as the pros do, every shot should have intention.
Let's finish strong. Remember, building confidence and consistency in practice will translate to match success. Embrace the process, trust your training, and keep striving to improve. Each session is a step towards your goals, and with the right mindset, you can achieve great things.
Ready to improve your game? Upload your shot today at oncourtai.co.uk. And don't forget, if you are a coach, we offer some fantastic new features which makes coaching your players so much easier. Contact us today or head over to the coaches section on the website. Today's podcast was sponsored by On Court Match, which is our latest sports site dedicated to making tennis clubs run smoothly. Check them out today and see how much admin you can crush.